Our first topic this morning is last night's FIFA awards. Josh, I'm going to come to you first. We're going to start with Robert Lewandowski then, named Men's Player of the Year last night. Hotly contested. The right decision for you?
I think absolutely, yeah. I think we all know the situation with what happened with the Ballon d'Or the year before last, with Messi picking up the last one. And listen, he richly deserved that. He didn't get it for circumstances in the world, if you like, that were out of everyone's control. But I think he was harshly done with that one. And I think his goal-scoring record, what he does week in, week out in the Bundesliga, but also at Champions League level and international level, he only deserves it. So, yeah, absolutely. I'm all for Robert Lewandowski winning that. He definitely deserved something of an award, and good luck to him. And it's just a shame that he didn't pick that Ballon d'Or up. But in terms of this year, absolutely.
Yeah.
Gordon, Mo Salah was beaten to the individual award. He didn't even make the team of the year. Why do you think he was overlooked?
Absolutely no idea. That's democracy, I guess. I'm not entirely sure. You look at the calendar year that he's had, he's clearly been phenomenal, doing it at an extremely high level as well. I mean, I'd have to echo what Josh said in terms of the actual award winner. I don't think you can have any complaints for a guy whose numbers make you look at the screen again and again to check if they're real. He had that good a season, that good a year. But yeah, Mo Salah, I think over the calendar year was pretty phenomenal. And I have no idea. I wish I had a better answer to your question, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure why he's been overlooked this time.
Yeah, he seems to be overlooked. Go on, Josh. No, go on. I was going to come to you anyway.
Is it simply just because who he's competing against, who he's got up there? And for me, I love Lionel Messi. I love Cristiano Ronaldo. We've just spoke about Lewandowski. But is it simply just because those two names are still going around that someone or whoever it is out there cannot go against him, not putting one of those in a team or picking one of those for the Wolves? It can only be down to that, because let's have it right, Mo Salah's been better than both of them, certainly over the last 6 months, and I'd say the whole year. So it has to be simply just because those two are still in the frame.
Yeah, it's almost like, Josh, what more could he do at this point after the year he's had? Are we saying that it's just because of how long Ronaldo and Messi have been doing it for and their sort of name and reputation within the game, do you think?
I just think it's hard. Even I was sitting there looking at it last night when it came out. It's like, how do you actually confirm that team and not put one of those magicians and freaks, whatever you want to call it, because they are that good. And don't get me wrong, you'd have all of them. And I looked at the formation, and the formation was quite funny. One that I see that went up, and it's like, but you just have to have those players in there, and it becomes difficult. They're both incredible, and they're both players that we'll probably never see again. But Mo Salah, for me, especially in what I can remember over the last 6 to 9 months, he's been an absolute phenomenon, and he deserves to be in there somewhere.
So, Josh, you don't fancy a formation like this? I mean, you're starting out in management, are you? Aren't you? You wouldn't fancy your side turning out like that?
3-3-4?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, that formation has not entered my mind yet. But if I've got players to fill that in years to come, then I'm sure I can give that a go. But look at that. You'd be frightened to death coming up against that, wouldn't you, week in, week out?
Yeah. Gordon, what did you make of the team?
Yeah, I had to go along with it. Looks a bit open. Not sure who's going to who's doing the defensive duties on that one. But yeah, like Josh says, maybe just give those four and the rest the ball and see what they can do. Not sure about the formation, but there's enough talent in there to work with, I think.
Yeah, the plan very much just to outscore the opposition, I think. There. Speaking of one of those players, Cristiano Ronaldo, he picked up a special award last night. He says he plans to carry on playing for 4 or 5 more years. He turns 37 in a couple of weeks' time. Can he carry on for much longer, do you think, Gordon?
I think what's funny about this, if my arithmetic is correct, that means Josh has to keep going for another 10. So you're going to have to...
Hey, let me tell you, that won't happen.
Without talking about Josh's six-pack at breakfast too much, I don't know if he looks after himself the way Cristiano Ronaldo does. But, if there's one man that's earned our respect, at even being able to acknowledge that question, it's probably him. The way he's gone about his business, the way he's looked after himself. I think it goes without saying. You look at where he is just now in the spotlight and the type of environment that he's in. Clearly, the environment would have to be right for that 4 or 5 years to continue. But I am not even close to writing that guy off. Yeah. I don't want to be the one that comes on here and writes him off.
And as well, Josh, I suppose it doesn't mean that he has to play at the level that he's currently playing for the next 5 years. I mean, he is at one of the biggest clubs in the world still, approaching 37. He might be there for another year to come. But we see a lot of players, drop down the leagues or the divisions, go elsewhere, perhaps back to Portugal? Do you see him taking one of those paths?
Listen, I think for sure that in terms of his ability and his athleticism, there's no way anyone could doubt him for going to play another 3, 4, 5, even 6 years, because he is literally, when you look at him every single week, he defies all odds and he keeps producing. And it wouldn't surprise me if he was to continue in and around the top leagues. If you look at him, his goal scoring record, he's adapted his game. He's not maybe what he used to be 4, 5, maybe even 6 years ago. But he's still there week in, week out when he needs to be. He rarely misses a game. I know we're talking right now and he's just missed 1 or 2, but he turns up every single week. His fitness levels, I'm still hearing that he's in the gym before training, he's in the gym after, he's doing extras, he's still setting examples. And for me, pretty much, there's not many managers out there at any level that wouldn't want him over the next 2, 3 years. And long may it continue, because do we want to stop seeing a player like that play? Not for me, for sure. So hopefully he can. It wouldn't surprise me if he's going into his 40s, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And Gordon, Chelsea's Thomas Tuchel and Emma Hayes, who was very shocked, wasn't she? They were the respective managers of the year. What do you think about the job they've done?
Yeah, I think it's probably the immediacy of the success that Thomas Tuchel had when he went in and winning that Champions League so soon after taking over. So clearly, I think that was a phenomenal achievement. Don't think many people could have too many complaints. I mean, people are always going to have complaints on social media. I see lots of Man City fans unhappy that Pep was overlooked. I don't know if it's too soon. Josh can tell me if it's too soon to praise the job that Roberto Mancini did over the summer. My colleagues north of the border won't mind me mentioning that, but I suspect people are now throwing things at their television for me bringing it up. But yeah, I think overall the sort of immediacy of that success from Thomas Tuchel, fair enough. And Emma Hayes, like you say, doing great things, reaching a Champions League final, domestic trophies. And I think the success, the credit, the respect that she's getting from out with the women's game probably speaks volumes in terms of the job that she's done.